For all my Common Core Math 2 students, this is Unit 4, Lesson 2, Operations on Polynomials and Evaluating Functions. And before we go much further, we need to define some vocabulary. So at the top of your sheet, you'll notice that we need to define something called a polynomial. And a polynomial is an expression consisting of variables and coefficients involving addition, subtraction, and exponents that are not negative. So one of the most common polynomials, and one that we have been looking at, is the quadratic polynomial, which we can also call a trinomial because it has three terms. And the terms are separated by my addition and my subtraction. So we have a term here that's x squared, a term here that is x, and a term here that is 6. And so we have a trinomial. It is a polynomial. And if we factor this polynomial, like I have right here, what we'll find is that, oh, it looks like I need to change my signs. That looks better. What we'll find is that we factored this trinomial into two binomials. Notice that the binomials have two terms, so the prefix binomial applies. So we can deal with polynomials with lots of different terms, and one of the simplest polynomials is a monomial, which is a polynomial with just one term. So something like this, or even simply is considered a monomial. So what we know when we have polynomials is that we have terms that I showed you right up here, and we have to be able to identify each term, that within each term we have a degree, 2, 1, and this can be thought of as x to the 0 power. And we would say that this polynomial has the degree of 2. And the reason we would say that is because the biggest exponent that we have here is 2. Let's see. We have constant terms in this polynomial. My 6 is a constant term because there's no variable associated with it. And I can factor many polynomials just like I did this one. This trinomial, this quadratic equation, is in standard form. We put things in standard form and call things that are in standard form when their exponents are in descending order, like this one is 2, 1, and then again we can think of that as x to the 0 power. So a polynomial function is simply a function that has either one or more terms that make it up. So this is a polynomial function in addition to being a quadratic function. Let's take a look at one as an example. 2x to the 3rd power plus x minus 4x squared plus 6. If we look at this polynomial, what we'll notice is that there are 4 terms, each of them being separated by the addition and subtraction symbols. This is a constant term. This polynomial is not in standard form because to be in standard form we would be in descending exponential order. So we would need to rewrite it as 2x to the 3rd minus 4x squared plus x plus 6. And now we've put it in standard form. I'm not going to factor this for you, but the degree of this polynomial would be 3. Its leading coefficient would be 2. So the leading coefficient is the coefficient that's associated with the term that has the highest degree. And you'll notice that when it's in standard form, that leading coefficient is the first number in the polynomial.